Vietnam Economic Scenarios Forum 2024.
Israel accused of genocide at UN's top court.
Credit promoted by banks from the beginning of the year.
Hello everyone, you are watching today's news on NTV channel. My name is Thành. Let's get started. The 16th Annual Forum Vietnam Economic Scenario 2024 took place in Hanoi this morning with the theme Promoting Policy Mechanisms Strongly Implementing New Growth Drivers.
Jointly organized by Vietnam Economic Times and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the forum aims to serve Vietnam's development process and to meet the businesses' need to connect and exchange information across the country. Over the past 15 years, the forum has become a reputable information channel, attracting the participation of policymakers, state management agencies from central to local levels, especially domestic and international economic experts and the business community.
In order to address the recommendations of European Commission's EC given at the fourth meeting between two sides and to prevent IUU fishing violations, the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development's working delegation, led by Deputy Minister Phùng Đức Tiến, today just inspected the situation in reality and had a dialogue with Nghệ An Provincial People's Committee on implementing EC recommendations on combating illegal, unreported and unregulated seafood exploitation in the province.
In 2023, Nghệ An reported 296 fishing vessels, 485 ships lost connection for more than 10 days at sea. People's committees of districts worked with 287 ship owners and clarified the causes to handle violations. In addition, the competent forces have sanctioned 139 cases of administrative violations in the field of marine fisheries, with a total fine of over 760 million Vietnamese dongs. Speaking at the meeting, Deputy Minister Phùng Đức Tiến emphasized, Vietnamese seafood has been warned with a yellow card for more than 6 years, greatly affecting the development of the national seafood industry. Therefore, Nghệ An and other provinces should make great efforts to remove the yellow card. The three main tasks include good management of fishing vessels, traceability of seafood origin, and strict handling of administrative violations.
On January 11th, the United Nations Top Court began hearing the case of South Africa accusing Israel of genocide against Palestinians in Gaza.
South Africa's submission to the International Court of Justice alleges that acts and omissions by Israel are genocidal in character, as they are committed with the intent to destroy Palestinians in Gaza. It is known that the hearings will only address South Africa's request for emergency measures to require Israel to halt its attacks in Gaza. Meanwhile, the trial process can take many years. Since October 7, 2023, Israel's attacks to destroy Hamas forces has forced 2.3 million people in Gaza to flee their homes, and more than 23,000 Palestinians have died because of Israel.
Coming up next are some updated news.
Ecuadorian prison administration authorities recently confirmed that 125 prison guards and 14 administrative staffs are being held as hostages by prisoners in at least 5 prisons nationwide. The escalating violence forced President Noboa on January 9 to declare a state of domestic armed conflict. The armed forces are required to carry out military operations in accordance with international humanitarian law to dismantle transnational criminal organizations operating in Ecuador. This decision was made after riots broke out in 6 prisons across Ecuador, just one day after one of the most dangerous prisoners escaped from the prison where he was serving a 34-year prison sentence.
For the first time, a fetus with a severe congenital heart defect had a successful cardiac surgery in Vietnam in particular, and in Southeast Asia in general. The surgery was performed by doctors from Children's Hospital 1 and 2 Du Hospital of Ho Chi Minh City on January 4. Accordingly, a 32-week-old fetus had several congenital heart defects such as a minuscule pulmonary valve opening and hypoplastic right heart syndrome, at risk of death in the mother's womb. After a 40-minute surgery, the fetus was successfully saved. Fetal intervention is an urgent solution to save the life of the fetus in the mother's womb. Currently, countries in the region have not been able to perform this technique yet.
Regarding the bank robbery in Town on November 14, 2023, the People's Court of Nghệ An Province had just opened a first-instance criminal trial for Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai, 31 years old, a resident of Truyền, Vinh City, Nghệ An Province, for the crime of robbery. Thành committed the crime when he was the deputy director of an export good processing enterprise based in Hà Tĩnh Province. After comprehensively reviewing the case, the trial panel sentenced the defendant, Nguyễn Thị Minh Khai, to 4 years in prison for robbery. The State Bank recently assigned our credit limits to commercial banks right from the beginning of the new year. This helped credit institutions be proactive in their capital funding plans for the market.
The early allocation of the credit limit is believed to help the banks have rights to immediately lend small and medium-sized enterprises. Many loans may not even require collateral and can be immediately deployed if the businesses are able to show cash flow through their orders. In addition, many commercial service loans during TET will be reduced by 4%.
Thanks to low inflation rate and increasing demand for production, I think there will be soon bright signs. We are receiving this new room positively, and we will take this advantage effectively to provide customers with the best services.
In order to obtain 15% credit growth in 2024, it is estimated that about 2 million billion VND of additional capital will be injected into the national economy this year. Mobilization interest rates at the lowest level in history are the basis for lending interest rates to continue to decrease. In this context, the operating capacity of the businesses and timely support from the banks will play a decisive role.
This is the end of the show today. Thank you for watching.